One of my favorite things about having a deaf friend is you can fart in their facility. 50-50 chance they'll find out. So if she can smell it.
Whatever he said.
This is Ricky Pointer. She's a YouTuber, speaker, and deaf advocate. We've been friends as far back as I've been talking about my blindness on YouTube. The year was 2015. Ricky and I were two among 27 students at MIT for the Ruderman Family Foundation's Leadership in the Digital Age program. We will be doing a video about how deaf and blind people communicate with one another.
That's not what I said, but okay.
So right now I'm currently using a live captioning app on the iPhone so that she can follow along with what I'm saying. It probably doesn't help when I'm facing it towards you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't really focus very well.
It's trying to caption what I say live, period. It may not be perfect, but here's some history. The first time Ricky and I spoke was actually over Skype, and next thing she knew, I had convinced her to send myself, a stranger of the internet, over $1,000. How did I do this? I just sold her a computer. That's how. She actually expressed recently that she had concerns at the time. But those were put to rest when we actually met in person a month later at VidCon 2015. At the time, I would talk to her and her then boyfriend, and he would relay the message as best as he could, or I'd just type with my iPhone. You use sign language, American Sign Language, but personally that wouldn't really work well for me. I suppose there are some alternatives to American Sign Language for the blind, but
I mean, well, overall it won't benefit you because you don't know any, so that's the first thing. Anyway, so, well, there are deaf-blind people around who do use tactile ASL, so basically it's just knowing ASL, but I would basically, or you would be holding my hand and then I would be signing like a normal person, or how one normally would sign. English, don't know it.
Almost a year later, we met up again at VidCon, both being representations for the disabled community on different panels. We even filmed a collab where a friend who could hear me would sign in ASL. We shared our different experiences dating while having a disability. Later that year, she'd visit California for my 21st birthday. Along with some friends, we set out on a moderately challenging hike for miles to reach a campsite. Did I mention we were still hiking at night? In the snow. While out in nature, we would communicate through an app called Make It Big. It would allow me to dictate my messages for her to view in large text, so that way she could see them even from a distance. As you may know by now, Ricky just verbally speaks back. We did also have some friends who could sign, but considering the conditions, it wasn't the most efficient way of communication for everyone.
Anyways, fun fact, we don't actually use that to communicate most of the time, and that's the first time you pulled that up on your phone.
Yeah, so this live captioning app, I just thought this might be a little bit more useful in the moment. It's not perfect by any means. This technology is still very new. In fact, Google now actually has put this into Android as of late, and it works fairly okay.
Yeah.
Better than this, which again, this isn't made by Apple. This is a third-party app, period. I
think Big cooperates with you more.
Another app that we do use is called Big, and what Big is essentially a way to, I can dictate a message, period. Now Ricky can see it, period.
And yeah, it works 10 times better than the other app.
Most of the time. Ricky and I were the first individual YouTubers to interview Apple's CEO, Tim Cook. If my eyes just weren't working at the moment, and I had to hand this off to Ricky to type, how would I intake that information?
I don't know how to make it talk.
That's okay, I do.
You know how to make it talk.
You smell funny.
Oh. I think she's catching on. So using the built-in accessibility screen readers in iOS, like VoiceOver or Speak Screen, I'd be able to just have everything on the screen narrated, so any text that would be inputted using the Big or maybe even the Notes app.
Nikki asked, do you guys ever play video games together, and how does that go down in terms of communicating? We do play games together. We play Fortnite together until I banned him from my Fortnite party for reasons.
When we play team-based games, I'm oftentimes not a team player because I will go out of my way to sabotage her from winning. But that's a personal choice, period. If I'm playing in solo, hell, I'm gonna get that victory royale. In all seriousness, if you wanna see what it looks like when I play Fortnite, here's an example of a video clip of what my vision looks like when I play.
Also, just to add, there is the occasional moment where I attempt to lip read what he is saying or strain really, really hard to hear what he is saying.
What I said was, as much as I make an effort to get under her skin, she's a great friend, and I got her back whenever I can. I'm proud of the work and awareness Ricky has put out into the world, and recommend that you give Ricky's content a listen. Because frankly, she can't. I'm gonna outro. So I hope that gives you some insight on how a deaf and blind person are friends and communicate. It's kind of just through strategizing with patience and empathy and technology. I don't know how we would have done this 30 years ago. Because she's a total dweeb.
I swear we like each other sometimes. Sometimes.
I'm sitting here insulting her and she's just like, oh, he's nice.
What?
Check out the video we did over on Ricky's channel. She experiences what it's like to see like me, and she basically goes deaf-blind for a video. So yeah, I will hear you next time. Ricky will see you next time. Hope you can see different today. Bye. Did you smell it?